Hello everyone, welcome to Tathastu and welcome to our daily current affairs MCQs wherein we are going to do a lot many different questions. Let's get started without much ado, and this is being presented by me. My name is Khushboo. So let's get started. The very first question is related to the Indian Council of Social Science Research. Okay, so consider the following statements with respect to Indian Council of Social Science Research. Before proceeding ahead, just one thing I would like to tell. See, आप लोग जो हिंदी के लिए बोल रहे हैं कि थोड़ा हिंदी भी यूज करिए कमेंट सेक्शन में, तो वो वाला जो है वो उसके लिए हिंदी चैनल बना रखा है हम लोगों ने, ठीक है। तो आज से उसमें हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश दोनों ही मिक्स करके कर रहे हैं, तो आप वहां पे देख सकते हो उस चीज के लिए। ओके, चलिए, let's get started. So the very first statement is funded by the Ministry of Culture. It operates as an independent entity. Second statement says its purpose is to encourage research in the field of social sciences within India by offering grants for fellowships and fostering international partnerships. So you have to find out that which of the above statements are incorrect. Okay, so accordingly choose your answer. Answer of this question is option A. Only one statement is incorrect and that is the first one only. Okay, ICSSR to study socio-economic impact of the centers schemes. So this is what we did yesterday only, that what they will be doing. So basically the idea is that they will be studying in field work, on the field work basically they will be doing, wherein they will be surveying that what all kind of impacts these government schemes have made. So that they will be doing. Okay, so this ICSSR was founded in 1969 by the Indian government, and the aim over here is of advancing social science research within the nation itself. This initiative was based on the advice of Professor V.K.R.V. Rao Committee, and this organization operates independently. Okay, so this is not under anyone, basically this is the independent one, and is financially being supported by the Ministry of Education. Okay, so Ministry of Culture is nowhere over here. Second statement is already correct. Now the second question. Consider the following statements with respect to Bharat New Car Assessment Program, that is Bharat NCAP. The very first statement is that this is a domestically developed initiative that conducts car crash tests according to the automotive industry standard. Okay, or 197. Second is, within this program, vehicle performance will be assessed through crash tests, resulting in ratings ranging from 0 to 10 stars. Third statement is, participation in this program is obligatory for vehicles that have a gross weight surpassing 3500 kg. So how many of the above statements are correct? Okay, so this is related to the Bharat NCAP. So here the answer is option A. Only one statement, that is the first one. Statement 1 is only correct over here. So Bharat NCAP, India gets its own car crash testing program. Okay, which today only we covered over there in our this DNA. Okay, so Bharat New Car Assessment Program, that is the NCAP, Bharat NCAP. Obviously it is of the related to the car crash, so it is related to road. So from there only you can very easily understand. So the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways has recently introduced the Bharat New Car Assessment Program. Okay, so Ministry of Road and Highways will be involved because the car, obviously this is a very obvious thing, it runs over there on the road, as a measure to enhance road safety in India. Indigenous, this is the indigenous safety testing. Again, the Atmanirbhar Bharat thing is coming over here. Okay, so this is domestically developed initiative designed to test cars for their safety standards. Car manufacturers have the option to participate voluntarily. If they want to, then they can, and receive a star rating that signifies that crash safety of their vehicle models, that how much safe that particular vehicle is. Okay, so they voluntarily can basically participate over here, and this program adheres to the automotive industry standard 197 for the car for the crash testing. Okay, so this is of the automotive industry standard 197. What are the key features over here? So it actually encompasses a range of 30 models, and those 30 models are basically available for the testing purpose over here. Okay, this is voluntary, so this is actually not mandatory, so that is also a kind of feature. Only if you want to, then you can. Performance of the vehicle during the test determines the star ratings, that how many stars will be given according to the performance of the vehicle during that particular test, covering the adult occupants and as well as that of the occupant and as well as the child also, that how actually it is protecting them. Statement 2 is incorrect over here. The star rating will be provided from 1 to 5 and are assigned based on evaluations across the 3 parameters. So these stars are based on the basis of these: the adult occupant protection, child occupant in the sense that the adult sitting over there in the car, child being there in the car, so the protection related to them, and the presence of safety assisted technologies in the vehicle. What are the kind of safety things which they have provided in the car? So that is also one parameter. So these are the very obvious one. Third statement is also incorrect because here the gross vehicle weight should not exceed 3500 kgs. Okay, let's move on to the next question over here. It is related to Hangul. So with reference to Hangul, consider the following statements. The very first statement is that there has been a growth in the population of the Hangul species. Second is it holds the designation of being critically endangered according to the IUCN Red List. Third is this species known as Hangul belongs to the peony family, that is the Peonia spp, a variety of flowering plant frequently observed in the Himalayan area. You have to find out that which of the above statements are correct. Okay, so the answer over here is the option B, that is the 2 statements are only correct. So that is the first and second statements are correct. The third statement is incorrect because this is over there in the Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, and this has designated Hangul as its official state animal also, and this is the animal which you can see over here. Hangul population in Jammu and Kashmir sees upstick wildlife department elated. Obviously they will be very happy. Hangul, which is the subspecies of the Central Asia red deer. Okay, so Central Asia, you can obviously see that the location and which type of deer, so that is the red one, and is native exclusively to the Kashmir region and its neighboring areas. Question number 4, consider the following statements with reference to shadow banking. With reference to shadow banking, the very first one is that non-bank financial companies known as shadow banks can function with minimal regulatory supervision. Second is typically unregulated, these entities operate without the same risk and capital limitations imposed on conventional banks. So which of these statements are correct over here related to the shadow banking? Answer is C, both the statements are correct related to shadow banking. It was in news, India sees a shadow banking boom despite China's funk. So shadow banking, this is something which is actually being devoid of any kind of regulation, and it operates without any kind of comparable risk, liquidity and capital limitations as that of the conventional banking system. Okay, so there are regulations, everything is being regulated, how the credit, debit, all those kind of things, what are the services, everything is being regulated, but here it is not done. So hence the name shadow. Okay, because of that only the name is Shadow, very obvious. Now these entities labeled as non-bank financial companies, the NBFCs, function with limited regulatory supervision. So supervision is very less and acts as the intermediaries in the credit creation. So it's like the intermediaries and they are providing you with the credits. When it comes to the traditional banks, they escape regulatory oversight even though they participate in the credit generation. They are participating in this thing, but then also the regulation is over there. When this thing comes to the shadow banking system, the concept of this, it can also encompass unregulated actions also, because this is not being regulated, conducted by regulated institutions involving the financial instruments such as that of the credit default swaps over here. Last question of the day, it is related to cholera. First statement is typically transmitted through polluted water. It is an infectious ailment caused by a virus. Second is, this disease is native to the South Asian region. Third is, although treatment options are accessible, preventive vaccines for this condition are not yet developed. How many of these statements are correct? So the answer over here is option A. Only one statement is correct. And here the first statement is incorrect. This was in news. This is in news. Worst cholera outbreak since 2017 affecting children in Congo. UNICEF have been doing a lot of work over there in Africa. I don't know why the result is not being shown over here. Cholera, it is a rapid onset digestive infection, and this basically happens because of consuming the food and water tainted with the bacterium Vibrio cholerae. So this is something which is happening if you are having something which is whatever, even if it is the food or that of the water, if it is being infected by this and you are having it, then definitely cholera, you will be caught by this disease. And this disease poses a worldwide challenge to public health, and it serves as a marker for disparities and insufficient social progress, because the water and food, roti, kapda, makan, this is what we always say, these are the basic needs of any human being. And here this is something, food only is contaminated, even the water is also contaminated. You are not having the good quality of food and water, then definitely there are some issues. There must be some kind of issues with your social system over there. There must be some problem. Okay. So this was it related to our daily current affairs MCQs. I hope you people enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye and have a great time. Good night.